I got a steadily. Yes, so I completed in 2018, and I did my.
Concentrate on your studies, finish and go and continue your teaching. Why do you want to get yourself into politics?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Yes, I want to use this platform to leverage upon my future endeavors because, quote unquote, I'm a political animal, so I want to venture into that field. So I want to use this as a stepping stone for my future endeavors.
I see.
Thank you.
In the training college, what did you do? Being a political
Organizer. I was the organizer for TAIN, Aunt Mary.
for 10. But it is not here. You must be up and doing. Even your own educational background is incomplete. Let me see whether your results are incomplete. Because you have a lot of things that are incomplete. Andrew.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the positions held. University of Cape Coast. For which program?
For com skills.
So you should write the course because it's not for the entire program. It's just for one course, isn't it? It's not there. And from when to when? From 20s are very meticulous. So I have to be hard on you with it, with this.
Yes, ma'am.
Even the personal data, the dot semicolon, column. It's in the middle, standing there like that. From there is nothing again. Teacher Thompson, is that what the students call you?
Yes, please.
Or Sir Andrews?
No, please. They call me the prof.
The prof?
Yes, please.
Do you know how to become a prof? Even your CV, you are not writing it well, you are calling yourself, or you think prof is a small thing. My brother?
Yes, ma'am, that's why I said.
You have curriculum vitae into bracket CV. You don't even need the into bracket. But once you bring a dot at the C, the V, there should be a dot. There should be a dot. Now let's look through the positions. Course rep, assistant school prefect, extramural, assistant school prefect, booty. Why were you never the prefect but the assistant? Was it an elected position?
Yes, please.
So they didn't vote for you?
Yes, so I got the second highest vote. So I was
highest?
Yes, please.
It reminds me of a story. Then second D, what were you doing?
Yes, I was with the Referees Association of Ghana, RAG.
Football referee?
Yes, please.
So why didn't you go for the sports chair?
Yes, I considered doing that, but I realized my area is in public relations, so let me...
What?
Football.
Number
yes,
what?
Either a winger or maybe a midfielder, I'm okay.
I see. Your CV, dear, I don't even know what to ask you. Akuse VRA, you were doing what? You were teaching?
Yes, please.
And then Albright Preparatory School, teaching?
Yes, please.
And you're a master of ceremonies?
Yes, please.
Is that a work experience? Is it not a hobby? Is it? So if I'm doing a wedding, you can do?
Exactly.
Naming ceremony. Towards the end.
If time permits. Yeah, if time permits. Please.
Because there's nothing in your CV, honestly. There's nothing. Nothing. All those things. Your CV is very hollow. Reading and listening to music. Do you sing?
No, I do listen to music. I don't sing.
Somebody should sing and you listen. You won't sing. Gardening, what do you plant?
Yes, maize and then yam when I go back to the village.
You see, and I'll say it for the third time. Friends, please listen to me. Because from what you present. So please, go online, look at CVs that have been prepared, get someone, do a good job and show it to someone and get them to help you put things together. You can't present a one-page CV and expect to have it at hand.
No, please. Currently, I don't have it here.
Oh. So the role of the PR, what does it entail?
All right, so he's supposed to maintain and manage the public image and the reputation of an institution, specifically maybe a student union like the Ucc Src.
You are in level
300.
which hall?
I was affiliated to Ogua Hall.
Did you get
As a referee, I do officiate their games. That's their fan games.
so you were part of the sports committee or which committee?
No, I wasn't part of the sports committee. But one is maybe floor games or maybe inter-floor games, let me put it that way, according to blogs. And then maybe other games, I do officiate for them.
I see. So you are a certified referee?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll let my colleagues interface.
Officiate for them.
I see. So you are a certified referee?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll let my colleagues interface with you. And then, do you know the current PR? Do you work with him?
Yes, I've even once interviewed him on ATL-FM. As I do work at ATL-FM as student presenter.
What do you present? PM?
Yes, please.
Well, I'll come back to you.
All right, ma'am. 8 to 9 p.m.
PM?
Yes, please.
Well, I'll come back to you.
All right, ma'am.
Hello, please, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
According to the academic calendar,
Honestly, to be somewhere latter part of July.
that's your final answer.
Yes, please.
We are having it Monday, 28th July 2025. You've attempted it.
Yes, please.
You only stated the month. Thank you very much.
Hi, Andrews.
Hi, madam.
So, this directorate evolved from an infirmary attached to Adeshe Hall.
Question again.
So, this directorate evolved from an infirmary attached to Adeshe Hall to a directorate. Which directorate attached to Adeshe Hall to a directorate? Which directorate is that?
So the Directorate of the University Health and Services.
That's correct. Very good.
Mr. Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct? Is it Andrews? Yes. Listen carefully and tell me what you think in alignment with University of Cape Coast Financial Regulation documents. I am the Director of Internal Audit and I'm mandated to report on fraud within the scope of the university. And as part of my work, I've detected fraud and I've written to the Vice Chancellor within 10 days. But I realized that the Vice Chancellor could not respond to the issue of the fraud. As a director of...
Is that after contacting him and he's not responding, I'll seek help from the Governing Council to intervene. Because the Governing Council takes decisions.
Financial regulation document. When that happens and the VC could not get back to you within 10 working days, you have to report the matter to the audit.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you hear the question? Do you want the question to be repeated?
Yes, please.
Please. Yes, please.
All right. So, according to the SR, in doing this,
The Executive Council. And then other committees that you'll be nominated to.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yes, please.
All right, so that's an attempted answer. You serve the executive council, the executive board, and the local new.
Okay, so thank you for the question. If you want to create a new club on campus, the first thing you have to do is you write to the dean of students seeking approval by letting him know the details of the club. For instance, maybe the membership, the portfolios, your constitutions, and your students. Thank you.
Okay, so according to the student handbook of students through the SRC at the beginning of every academic year, the application to state the names of the founding members, officers, and patron. The constitution answer.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss.
Mr. Andrews, which institution is responsible for serving the stationery and textbook needs of the university community?
Please, the question again.
Which institution is responsible for serving the stationery and textbook needs of the University of Cape Coast?
Please, no idea.
Okay, so it's Kingdom Books and Stationery.
Thank you very much.
Just another question, because I know that the bookshop, we have a bookshop, we have a printing press, so, and we have UPP as well.
Yes.
So please give him another question.
Okay. So a different question. So, in a situation where a library committee is to be formed, what percentage of membership is needed?
50%.
Good answer. It's 50% of the membership. 50%. Very good. Very good.
All right, thank you.
Hi.
Hello, madam.
Okay, so mine it's in a radio.
It's 50% of the membership.
6 credits. Which degree program am I?
Post-diploma degree program.
I'm not taking that. 3-year degree program.
Yes, but it's post-diploma sometimes. Yeah,
Post-degree program, and then we have 3-year degree program. So they are.
Right, thank you.
I'm not taking the answer.
Hi. All right, so to ensure examination integrity, give me 3 specific duties of the examination officer.
All right, so 1, he ensures that the candidates are seated 30 minutes before the start of exams. But before they are seated...
Hey, listen to the question. Please repeat the question.
Okay, so I'm taking it again. To ensure examination integrity, give me 3. To ensure examination integrity, give me 3 specific duties of the examination officer.
Okay, so he makes sure he sets the questions, he makes sure the exams officer in the department or the faculty set the questions on time and it's not open to anyone or whatever. 2, he ensures and then the time, or maybe let me say the timetable, are also publicly made known. Thank you.
Welcome. But you had one.
Thank you.
Welcome. But you had one to ensure exam questions are processed on time. So, attempted.
Can you please tell us what Chad, as a country, has done in response to Donald Trump's travel ban?
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello. So please, when was the e-levy officially revoked by the Ghana Parliament? That's March 20th
of April.
You are wrong. That's March 26th, 2025.
Hello, Raymond. Andrew, sorry. Andrew Thompson.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Please, I'm fine.
Are you in water? Okay. Andrew, are you married?
No, please.
What are you waiting for?
I want to complete my master's degree before.
Hey. You are 32 now.
Yes, please. I have a son.
You have a son?
Yes. Yes, because personally I can't combine family matters for now. So I have to finish my degree, then I can focus with the family issues. That's procreating and then, yeah.
So what do you want to do in the future?
Yes, I want to become a professor. And then a full-time politician.
You want to become a professor?
Yes, please.
And you cannot combine education, academics with family life? Then you will not get married?
Yes, I think...
that time you be matured enough?
Yes, please.
So you are not matured now?
I'm matured, but not too matured.
So, I mean, you told us you have worked in the, is it Wasa East or something?
Yes, please.
Where specifically?
Isaman, a suburb in Wasa East.
And you have been there for how many years?
For 3 years.
3 years.
Yes, please.
And that all right?
Yes, please. Not to say so, but to me, I want to move a step further.
So where would you want to be?
Yes, I want to be at the secondary school, but I want to be a stepping stone, and then maybe in the near.
So where would you want to be? So how many years are we talking about here?
Per my knowledge and calculation, I'm giving myself maybe at least 7 years.
7 years to do what?
To be maybe to lecture at the training college or in the university.
Okay. So you are vying for the position of the SRC PRO?
Yes, please.
What is the duty of the PRO?
Please, the question again.
What is the duty of the PRO?
The duties. Mm-hmm. Right. So, one, the PRO is supposed to make sure all communications and messages from his outfits are properly managed. Two, make sure that all programs, policies, and other things that the good works that the SRC is doing are put out there in the good books of the people, that's the student body. And also make sure that, and again to communicate, releasing of communiques, that's official. You make sure that you do it timely and professionally.
Okay, so if you are given the opportunity to contribute to a policy being designed to improve PR in UCC, what would you suggest?
Sir, please, with all due respect, the question again.
So there's a policy being developed to improve PR or public relations in the University of Cape Coast. And
you make sure that you
to improve PR in UCC. What would you suggest?
Sir, please, with all due respect, the question again.
So there's a policy being developed to improve PR that is working on.
The public relations alone, chance to bring out your ideas. That's when you go for committee sittings, or maybe with what you are saying, you have to push your idea there. If you have an idea outside the box, or maybe outside your jurisdiction, you can
I'm
let
talking
it be
about
known.
the specific things that you suggest to the committee to consider.
Okay, so one, I'll make sure, or I will let them know that, for instance, there's fee paying policy, the 50%, which is already there. I think it can be done in such a way that even if the person is not able to add up the 50% in the second semester, should be allowed to register.
And you
for the
mean
courses.
this one should be included in the...
With all due respect, maybe I'm not getting the question.
So the question I'm asking is that there's a committee that is working to develop a PR document or policy for the University of Cape Coast. And you have two things that you think the policy or the committee that is working on this document must consider and include in the policy.
Okay, one.
So let's go back to where you were working. I believe you have left the place, or?
Yes, please.
Okay, so where are you currently? And how did you address that problem? Just mention two, and then how you address them.
Okay. So one was it. So I collaborated with the chief of the town. Then don't have exercise books and notebooks. So I took the initiative and collaborated with the assembly member of the academic calendar. That is one. Two, I realized the KG over there was in a dilapidated condition, was in a poor state. So I collaborated with the chief of the town, and we wrote to Pencils of Promise, and I think we are making progress. It's an NGO.
Okay, so assuming that, maybe my last question for SRC, yes, let me say image created about the SRC. What are some of the things or specific things that you would do to correct that negative perception about the SRC?
All right, thank you very much. I'll use what we call the crisis communication to be able to tackle that. That is one.
What is crisis communication?
Yeah, that is people
that you would do to correct that negative perception about
the crisis communication to be able to tackle that. That is what we are doing. I'll let them know. And then again, the challenges too that we are facing too, I'll be frank with them. I'll let them know. But I will assure them that we are working on the challenges to remediate them very soon. SRC emergency in the diaspora, not forgetting those on campus, maybe they are indisposed, and it's midnight, or maybe ungodly hour, when you are able to contact the boat service, it it will come right away, take you to the hospital, and then you'll be attended to, and to save a life.
So those are the two things you think he's done well.
Yes, there are a lot more. But if you go to our various lecture theaters, I will take Gym Blog and then Sandwich Lecture Theater, popularly known as Shatawale, if I'm permitted to say that.
You are not.
Okay, so
Don't sit in front of me and say.
Okay,
Shatawale.
sorry. Then I take that one out, please. Please forgive me. So Sandwich Lecture Theater, and then G Blog. If you go there, the speakers and the mics, you hardly hear what the lecturer is saying, unless you are sitting in front. So I think he could have looked at that, and then either purchase a new one or repair them if they are repairable.
Do you think that is the duty of the...
I'll make sure that I will speak to the various appropriate quarters or bodies to ensure that we have a plant situated at Kalk to help during power fluctuations.
No, you said it earlier.
Yes. Secondly, I'll make sure that the library, during lecture weeks, it runs from Monday to Saturday, sometimes. The Saturday is even on and off. I'll ensure that we'll work in hand with the library authority so that they can add Sunday, even if to make it after church, 12:30 to 7. Yes, but they should include Sunday as well. Because someone...
If you can't learn from Saturday, Monday to Saturday, what will Sunday do to you? You have Monday to Saturday. You
Yes,
don't
please.
learn. What will Sunday do to you?
Yes, maybe.
I don't believe that one day will do you any good.
On Sundays, the halls and the Disney are bustling with activities and whatever. So maybe students may prefer to come there and they have their peace of mind and they can study. Maybe he or she is having a paper on Monday, at least to refresh. Research and then a few interactions I've had with them.
Where did you collect the data from, Professor?
Since level 100, I do interact with them. Yes, and I also do observations too.
I see.
Yes.
All right. Like I said earlier, I'm not happy with yours. He's very clear.
Yes, please.
You want to share?
Yes, please. I sometimes feel, let's say, isolated. Yes, sometimes feel isolated. So always I want to do something. So because of that, maybe those I'm working with may think I'm giving them pressure. Because I always want to involve myself in what you are doing. And then, but sometimes you have to delegate some works to some people. But because I always feel isolated, I want to be doing something. So I'll be
So
on your neck.
isolated and you don't want to marry.
Like I said, I'll marry after a master's degree.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Andrews, the C, you have one IC. In spite of the 3.8, let's pray that the IC is a good grade. If it's Emmanuel, then you are out of the race. You understand?
It's in.
Okay.
Yes, it's
That's
an A.
your word. We will verify. And it's not Emmanuel.
Yes, please. It's an A. I can show you on my phone.
Okay.
So this
All
semester I got A throughout.
All right. Why? You were slated for the afternoon. So you haven't eaten? I thought you were fasting. If you want to drink some water.
I'm okay.
You look very tired.
I'm okay.
So tell us about yourself and why you are here.
Okay, my name is to be precise, and I'm here to be vetted for the position of SRC Public Relations Officer.
About yourself.
Yes,
That's all
please.
you have to say for yourself.
Yes, please.
You don't have anything else to say.
Yes, please.
No wonder. You have a one-page CV, which is very horrible. You should be sad. You are laughing. A very horrible, somebody very horrible slanted like that. This is one of the worst I've seen so far. And you know me, I won't go easy on you because have you watched the previous vetting?
Yes.
I talk about this thing every year.
Prof, actually, I didn't know the time we were filing for the nomination. I didn't know that we would submit the CV on that exact day. So I had a lot of corrections to.
You should be sad. You are laughing. A very horrible system like that. This is one of the worst I've seen so far. And you know me, I won't go easy on you because have you watched the previous vetting?
Yes.
I talk about this thing every year.
Prof, actually,
authenticity of the things that you have written. There's nobody to verify. One of the basic requirements you don't have. You are just here to waste our time. You guys must be serious. If you are not serious for the leadership position, don't vie for it. We don't have time for all these things. We don't have time for all these things because as a PRO, you must stand out. Pope John, whatever. That is that. Even the UCC you are here is not there. Oh, it's mine. Do I have a wrong one? No. Young man, no, we don't have time for all these things. So if you are not ready for the position, you are not ready. You don't come here and just tell us fibs. You didn't know you submit, you didn't know. No, what are you talking about?
No, please.
No, so you don't do that. You don't do that. It doesn't show seriousness. And don't forget that your CGPA is,
and
you have D+, so you can get E. It's a possibility. You have more than one D+. You have D's.
No, I have only one D+. I don't have D's. I have only one D+, Prof. Chair. That's level 200. Critical thinking.
Hang on. Oh, okay. My apologies. I saw this and I thought it was also a D+. There's nothing to ask you. There's nothing. You don't have a history. You understand? We don't have questions. We are interacting with you based on what you have done and what you have submitted. But you have submitted nothing. So where do we start from? Pope Jones.
Yes, please.
No, they are good students. The Pojobas I know are good students. And you were a Pensa president.
Yes.
You are a joker.
At the basic school.
No, you are a joker. Anyway, tell us what you want to do. There's nothing to tell us what to do.
Okay, Prof. Chair. I'm aspiring for this position because previously I contested for TESCON UCC Communication Officer and I won. So I am the current TESCON UCC Communication Officer. And through my tenure, I've gained some experience that I think I can be the next SRC Public Relations Officer.
What is TESCON?
That's Tertiary Education Students Confederacy for the New Patriotic Party.
So that's for NPP?
Yes, please.
People are not serious. And with all that plenty position and talk, when you are going for the position, they didn't check your CV.
They
didn't
checked,
check.
but they didn't complain about it.
They won't. Even university, you spell it in small letters. University. So what are you coming to do? When you come, what are you coming to do?
So, Prof. Chair, currently the current SRC PRO has done a very fantastic job. But what I see, like the flaws that I find, is that when the SRC organize programs, I see that the publicity is only at the traditional hall base. They don't factor those at the diaspora. So when I'm giving the nod, the publicity, I'll include those at the diaspora. I'll do publicity at the diaspora so that they can be involved in the SRC programs. And again, I'm a photographer and a videographer. So before any SRC event, I'll make sure that there is a good video, that will advertise the program to publicize the event that will take place. Thank you, Prof. Chair.
Do you work with the current administration? You work with the current administration?
No, please.
You don't work with them?
Yes, please.
You know them?
Yeah, I know the current SRC PRO.
But you don't work with them?
No, please.
Because I was going to find out whether you have suggested this to them and they have not.
No, I haven't suggested anything to them.
Work with them. I see. You are in which hall?
Kwame Nkrumah Hall.
For how long have you been there?
I stayed there only in level 100.
But
So,
you're an affiliate.
Affiliate of the hall.
And when you stayed there, you didn't take up any position?
No, please. At the hall level, I didn't take any position.
And in your department, did you take up any position?
Yes, please. I was appointed as the media and publicity head.
But it's not here.
It's on the CV.
Where? Show me. That is the FOSAC.
SAC. Yeah, that's Forensic Student Association of Ghana.
With you. So if you write FOSAC, how would I know it's FOSAC? You see what I mean?
Yes, please. Sorry, ma'am.
So I don't know FOSAC. The way I was really going to let us have a discussion and what you have shown me here.
I'm
you
sorry,
have
ma.
killed my spirit.
I'm sorry, ma.
Anyway, so guys, let's continue and then we'll come back. It's boring.
Daniel, please, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
UCC has gotten a new Pro-Vice Chancellor who started working this year. Please, what is the name of the Pro-Vice Chancellor?
Professor Walanyo Ahieto.
Come again.
Professor Walanyo Ahieto.
That's good. Professor Dennis Olanyo Ahieto. They didn't bring the Dennis.
Ahieto. Not Ahieto. Don't spoil his name.
Thank you, ma. Walanyo.
That's fine.
So is what? Good?
That's good.
Hi.
Hello, ma.
So the university consists of some overlapping divisions. Kindly name 4 of them.
Overlapping.
The university consists of some overlapping divisions. Kindly name 4 of them, of those divisions.
So we have the regular students, the distance students, and the sandwich students.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, please.
You are wrong. So we have the central administration, academic division, support services, and office of the dean of students.
Okay, thank you.
So it's wrong, right?
Daniel.
Hello, sir.
Listen carefully and provide just the answer, if you know. The Director of Internal Audit has 2 major functions. That is to report administratively and to report functionally. Listen again. The Director of Internal Audit has two major functions: to report administratively and to report functionally. Tell me who the director is supposed to report to administratively.
The Vice Chancellor.
That is very correct.
Thank you.
Very correct.
Hello, Daniel. So mine is in the form of a riddle.
Okay, ma'am.
So, I am a principal officer of the university. In any case where a press conference to be held, consent must be sought and copied writing. Who am I?
The Vice Chancellor.
Wrong. The Dean of Students.
Thank you, ma'am.
You need clarification or a repeat of the question. You have that right.
Sure, Professor.
Yes, please. Not sure.
Yes, please.
Okay. So my question is, if a club wants to invite an external guest or speaker, what steps should they take?
So first, they consult their patron. Then, the patron with the head of the club then goes on to invite the guest.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, please.
Okay, so according to the student handbook, page 59, before any arrangements are made to invite guests or speakers from outside the university, a formal request in writing for permission to invite them must be made to the Dean of Students through the patron. So an attempt was made.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Daniel, so who is the senior treasurer for the Students' Representative Council?
Master Elisaphat.
Please listen to the question again. Who is the senior treasurer of the Students' Representative Council?
The SRC treasurer.
So it's wrong. It's the Dean of Students.
Thank you.
Hello, Daniel.
Hang on. Can you ask another question?
Okay. So we have SGS. Please, what's the full meaning of SGS?
School of Graduate Studies.
Okay, correct. So when did it come into being?
Opposite new lecture. Sorry.
Please get the question. When did it come into being?
Please, can you educate me on that?
So it came into being on 1st August 2008.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
Okay. A level 100 course will take the course code ECHO 101. Kindly give a course code for a certificate course.
A certificate course must range from 0 to 0055.
Please come again.
0 to 55. It should be in three figures. That's 00 to 05.
Just give me an example.
Okay, 050.
A level 100 course, ECHO 101. So ECHO, add the number to it.
Okay. And please, The question again.
A level 100 course will take the course code Echo 101. Kindly give a course code for a certificate course.
Okay, Echo 50. Echo 050.
That's very correct.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
So, who has the ultimate authority to confirm or cancel a degree award in UCC?
The Vice Chancellor.
Sir, is the academic board.
Hello, name. I'm
Hello.
also Daniel, so
Oh.
yeah. Okay. Mine is in the form of riddle. Okay. Mine is in the form of riddle.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I am a conversational AI model developed by OpenAI. I'm taking it again. I am a conversational AI model developed by OpenAI, widely used for various applications. What am I?
Meta AI.
Come again.
ChatGPT.
That's true.
Daniel.
Hello, sir.
The Parliament of Ghana passed the electronic transfer levy in 2025. Now my question is, when was the bill signed into law by the president?
Can you come again?
The Parliament of Ghana passed the electronic transfer levy. Now my question is, when was the bill signed into law by the president? The date.
It was in May 2025, but I don't know the specific day.
You are wrong. It's April 2nd, 2025.
Sure, thank you.
Attempted. Different question. Okay, so students admitted to the University of Cape Coast to pursue nursing and nutrition programs are assigned to satellite campus located at
Nyakrom campus.
That's correct.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, sir.
Are you under pressure?
No, please.
Would you want to sip some water at this moment?
Please, I'm cocky.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So you are aspiring to become the SRC PRO.
Yes, please.
What is it that you want to do new? What do you want to do new?
So, as I said earlier, I'm a professional videographer and photographer. So, anytime SRC is having an event, I'll make sure there is a video made to advertise the program before the event takes place.
So, if you become the SRC PRO, how would you, or what strategies would you put in place to ensure that the activities of SRC becomes inclusive?
Please, can you?
So so as a PRO, part of your work, you want to educate people, you want to respond to issues that are coming at the SRC, you want people to be involved in the activities of SRC, right?
Yes, please.
So what are some of the strategies that you are going to put in place to make sure that this works?
Okay, okay, thank you, sir, for the question.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure that there is a good publicity for the program, a good publicity before the program. As I said earlier, currently, when there is SRC program, the publicity is only based at the traditional hall levels. They only go to the traditional hall levels. So when I'm giving the nod, I'm going to increase the publicity to those at the diaspora, because at the diaspora I have a lot of students from level 200 to 400.
So how would you do this? Because you said you want to increase the publicity. How would you do that?
So I'm going to create a committee or a group that those interested in the publicity, those who are interested to join this publicity will join, so that we will.
So what about if nobody is interested?
There will be people interested.
How sure are you that there will be people who will be interested?
100% sure.
Okay, so we know that there are a lot of communities around UCC.
Yeah.
And most of our students live within the community. So if you become the SRC PRO, what one policy would you have for communities around us? Just mention one.
In the public relations field.
Yes, sure.
So the communities around us and the hostels at the diaspora, most of them are having groups. So I'm going to make sure that some of the big hostels are going to have reps that will join the publicity committee, so that any information from the SRC level will be shared with them, so that they will put it on their various hostel groups.
So let me ask you this. Do you have any experience in PR work?
Yes, please. I'm the current communication officer. In other way, for Tesco UCC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the difficulties that you have come across in your current work?
So in my current, recently we had a program that's navigating the entrepreneurial journey and social networking. And during the publicity for the program, Kennedy Japan was our keynote speaker. So we did a lecture hall to lecture hall publicity. And when we go to some of the lecture theaters, some of the lecturers really don't mind us. They don't give us the chance to publicize our program. So that was one of the challenges I faced during my tenure.
And you are likely to face the same challenge.
Yes, but this time around, the Tesco UCC is political affiliated something. So most of the lecturers, when they heard Tesco UCC, MPP something, they are not interested. So SRC, I think when they heard SRC, they are going to give me the chance to publicize my events or program.
Okay. One of the issues that we have on campus, which is actually worrying, is the conflict between Atlantic Hall and Casford Hall. So if you get a nod to become the SRC rep, SRC PRO, what practical steps or innovative strategies will you put in place to ensure that the conflict is resolved?
So anytime there is, so recently there was a sports activity at all sites where Casford and Atlantic Hall clashed, they had a fight. So before any SRC program, I'm going to make sure that I will release a communique now in the form of some I'll release a communique that will try to speak to Atlantic Hall and Casford Hall to maintain peace during the program.
And you think that will solve the problem?
I think so.
Don't you know that anytime there's going to be a program like that, they are told students should make sure they comport themselves and
I haven't seen any communique like that.
Okay. Prof. Thank you very much.
How old are you?
I'm 23 years of age.
But it's not here.
Yes, please.
Are you a Ghanaian?
Yes, please, I'm a Ghanaian.
When did you get married?
I'm not married.
Do you have an address?
Yes,
have an
please.
address?
My
It's not
email.
here. Your phone number is not here. Nothing.
I use my email.
Pardon?
My email.
So when I'm looking for you, I should go on email and call you from there. So these are basic things that must be on your CV. There's one thing I really admire about you. You know, when you came, I was very hard on you, but you've really kept your composure and you've behaved very well. Keep that up.
Thank you, ma.
No matter what happens, keep that up. That tenacity, that coolness, just keep that up. It's very good.
Thank you, ma.
But next time you work very well on your CV.
Thank you, ma.
Sure. Work very well on your CV. Do you have any weaknesses? Do you have
No.
any weakness?
No, please.
But you have strengths, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So in future, what do you aspire to become?
I want to become a defense attorney.
A what?
A defense attorney, a lawyer.
Attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So who is your role model?
Honorable Alexander Kwamna Penyomaki.
I see. I see. Why is he your role model? What about him?
He's a defense attorney, and I'm aspiring to be a politician as well. So, and the way, like his business, how he went through his business, then he graduated to be a politician. I like him, so I want to be like him when I grow up.
If you become a politician one day, would you employ me? Or I'm too strict?
I think you are by then you'll be too old.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Right. Do you have any questions for us?
Please, can you educate me about my CV, how I should go about it next time?
That one will take forever. So look for me.
Okay.
Or anybody can help you. If you go on, I don't know where you got this from. Did you get it from online? Or is something you've been using for a while?
I use it during my vetting when I was aspiring for TESCON Ucc Communication
That was
Officer.
how many years ago?
That's last year.
I see. And which people vetted you? The vetting committee, students?
There was one lecturer.
I see. So you look for me, or look if you want. That is if you can find me. I'm very difficult
Please,
to find.
which department?
You want me to say everything on air? No, look for me. You are PRO.
Okay,
So
sure.
look, if you really need me, you would find me. If I'm not available, I'll get someone to help you.
Thank you, Prof.
But you have to do a better job. This one is not good. When you are coming, bring a copy of this,
Okay.
so that we remember it's you.
Thank you.
This
Thank you,
one
Prof.
is not. It's not good enough. Okay. I think that should be. We don't even know your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? It's not there.
I like taking pictures and making videos.
And that's a skill. You put that down as a skill.
Yes, and I love doing it.
Oh, okay. So is your skill and your hobby?
Yes.
Interesting. You don't sing?
I don't know how to sing.
Okay. All right. You.
And there is one thing. I love mining. I love mining.
Mining.
Yeah, mining.
Gold mine.
Good mining. Yeah, I love it.
Extra gold mining limited.
I've worked there before as a safety officer.
Please, please. Yeah. So have you seen gold before?
Plenty.
Do you have some at home?
I don't have some at home. When I get them, I sell them.
Galamsey. You
Not
know it's
gala-
illegal.
It's illegal mining. Extra.
Gawudu is illegal mining.
Yeah,
Gawudu site.
Yes, please.
I see. Okay. All right. So, do you have any questions for us?
No, please.
You don't have any questions for us? We wish you all the best. Keep the grades up. Keep it soaring. Don't let it go down.
Sure.
And like I've told you, keep your composure.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Prof. J.
Look for me.
Thank you
right.
very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you to see you also.
You are very well dressed. I like it.
Thank you, Chair.
So, who is this gentleman?
Thank you, Chair. My name is Alakin Ammoa, a level 300 student reading BSc Mathematics and Statistics, an affiliate of the Kessie Ford Hall. Also, I'm an individual who is self-disciplined, ambitious, properly oriented. Also, I have the ability to adapt and develop around new changes. Also, I possess the ability to solve challenges or problems as they occur.
Great.
Thank you, Chair.
Tell us any challenge or problem you have solved in recent times. Tell us about any challenge or problem you have solved in recent times.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Recently, as the program representative for the BSc Mathematics and Statistics, I was able to help a colleague who had an IC in his course that we registered last semester. With this, we sought attention to the lecturer involved, where we consulted the lecturer for the reason why he had the IC. Well later, within a space of 2 weeks, we were able to resolve this IC issue.
Are you the course rep at the time?
Program representative.
Program rep at the time.
Yes.
I see. I quite like your CV. At least you've taken time to do it, except that there are some places that you didn't need to bold. In fact, you bolded the preambles even till the referees. Name, big, bold, email, and then no. The referees, you just have to let it flow. And the addresses would usually come before the email and the phone number.
Okay, thank you.
Usually the email and the phone number are the last bit. But otherwise, I think I like what you have done. And you have some vast experiences. Can you walk us through your experiences, please?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, starting with my educational level, from the senior high school, I was able to be the chief reporter for the Writers and Debaters Club, and also doubled as the press prefect for the SRC at the Salvation Army Senior High School. Also, as I leveled up to the best university in Ghana currently, also, I was able to be nominated or elected by my colleagues to be the program rep for BSc Mathematics and Statistics, and still I'm working as the program rep. Also, during my stay in the hall, and also till the time I left the hall, I've been a member of the Parliamentary Council of the Kessie Ford Hall, which is the 6th and 7th council. Also, I've been a member of the Finance and the Sponsorship Committee of the hall. Then, from the hall to the SRC level and the local Nugs level, I've been able to be a member of the Publicity Committee of the local Nugs. And also, currently, I'm also a member of the SRC Media and Publicity Committee.
Thank you. My major challenge with you, my dear Alakin, is that your CGPA is falling with high speed.
Yes, Chair.
So what are we going to do about that?
Chair, with me identifying this problem, and also as a problem solver with as challenges comes, Chair, as it stems down during my time at the SHS level, I faced similar issue when I was in Form 2. But Chair, when I moved on to Form 3, where I was able to occupy
the position of the chief reporter and also doubled as the prefect. Chair, I was able to have or manage my time very, very well so that I'll schedule my time for administrative or academics and also the leadership work. With this, when I was able to do this, I was able to perform better in my academics, and this helped me become the best general student for that academic year. Also, this helped me to join the National Maths and Science Quiz team for that particular year and participated in the Regional National Maths and Science Quiz. Also, with this being finding this solution to such problem, Chair, I'm going to make sure that with this, I'm going to replicate such idea with such challenging issue that is currently facing me, where I'm going to also buy in for ideas from others, which can also help me to perform better as I aspire to be the next SRC PR.
Did you say you were part of the Maths and Science quiz?
Prof. Chair, please, yes.
And then you were also the best art student.
Prof. Chair, please, yes.
Do art students, this for education,
yes,
are they part of general science and maths quiz?
Okay, Chair, even though that National Maths and Science quiz is meant for science students, but with my special performance that I did that particular year, made my lecturer, my tutor for that department, the general arts department, recommend me to the National Maths and Science quiz team, where I went through trials, and after going through the trials, I was able to perform, and I was added to the team.
So in SS, you were a general science student?
General arts student.
Oh, sorry, general arts student.
Yes.
And then you came to the university to become a science student. Is that possible?
I'm reading a Bachelor of Science, Mathematics and Statistics.
Bachelor of Science?
Science, yes.
Yeah, so you're a science student.
That's possible. So if SHS, he did relative mathematics.
Okay. Okay.
Any art subject.
Okay.
Economics.
I did my electives were elective mathematics, economics,
yeah,
geography, and history.
Yeah, so they qualify.
I see. I see. So you have to watch it because I can see 2 ICs. Yes. And I can see a D plus somewhere. So let's hope that the remaining 2 are good.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you don't meet the 2.5 criteria, you know what will happen. Yes. Or you have a referral, then it means automatically you're out of the race.
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you go for the presidency at Kingsley Hayford Hall? Because everybody knows you that you've been part of their parliamentary. Why not that? Or even the SRC president? Why the PRO?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, since my stay on campus, I've been able to be part of the SRC Publicity and Media Committee, also a member of the local Nugs Publicity Committee. With this has been able to help me gather some experiences to be the public relations officer more than being a president. So this is why I'm asked to, I want to aspire for the public relations officer.
So you work with the current public relations officer?
Yes, Chair.
Oh, okay. You are part of his team?
Yes, Chair.
Is he a good guy?
Chair, please, very, very well.
And what are some of the things you expected him to do that he hasn't done?
Okay, Chair. When we joined this committee, the PRO let us know with a sitting the objectives which he wanted to fulfill before he leaves office. With this, as currently, he has been able to do about 80% of the objectives that he set before us. Currently, he's just left with some few taxes for him to, or objectives for him to fulfill before leaving office. With this, if he is not able to fulfill any of these objectives, and as I've been able to be a member, I'm going to take it up from there to continue these objectives of his.
What if he fulfills them?
Okay, Chair. If he's able to fulfill these objectives, Chair, being part of this, being a member of the Public Relations Committee, I've been able also to believe that effective communication is driven by the need for the student to be informed, heard, and be responded to. So with this, I've been able to align with or bring up some initiatives that will help the students also to have a better communication and representation on campus. Chair, with these initiatives, firstly, it sometimes saddens me to let you know, Chair, that as an SRC as it stands now, the SRC doesn't have a YouTube channel to boast of. And Chair,
what channel? YouTube
channel. And when the mandate is given to me, Chair, I'm going to show that I team up with the executives to create this channel, where this channel will be used to educate students about the SRC, also to create content about upcoming SRC programs and also upcoming initiatives. Another challenging issue about student populace also say that the SRC doesn't stream live its activities or programs. With this, we will be able to stream live the SRC programs and all activities live, so that when in case students miss lectures at their leisure times, they can visit the channel to watch how the program or the activity transpired. Also, when we are able to maximize students' views and subscription, Chair, we'll be able to generate some passive income from this channel, where this income will be used to purchase data package to stream live the SRC programs and also help support other SRC programs. Secondly, Chair, I want to praise the university for its wise initiative for bringing up that or letting every student have a unique institutional email. Chair, if you will bear with me, the emails given out to students, most students have not been able to activate these institutional emails of theirs. And also, email in the Western world and some from some sister universities are using this email as a formal way of communication to students. Chair, currently we are having the bulk SMS in where we are sending information to students, but it seems that the bulk SMS, the cost of it is very high as compared to the sending of the bulk emailing. So with this, we are going to make sure that students activate the institutional emails, where we are going to make sure that with the help of the SRC representatives of the halls and also with the program representatives and the PROs of the various departments, we are going to encourage students to activate such we are going to help students activate.
As for PRO, your communication must be crisp. I just say two things that you've spoken for almost 10 minutes. I can't make head and tail of what you have said.
Okay.
I'll do this, pam pam, I'll do that, pam pam. But what you have said, winding. So what are you coming to do?
Okay.
And then it's expensive and we'll get money. That is, what are you going to do? Be brief and be crisp.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So we are going to introduce or create the YouTube channel. Also, we are going to make students, or we are going to use the institutional email as a way of communication to the students.
Period. That's what you are going to do. Yes?
Thank you, Chair.
The people you have used as your referees, they are in which departments?
Okay.
The Dr. Mario and Dr. Kunedu, are they in UCC?
Yes.
So you should bring their departments. We don't know which department they are from. So the name, the department, their position before UCC, and that, like I told you earlier, the other things must come down. Why did you go for the fraud and money laundering training?
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
Go straight to the point.
Yes. I was an intern at the Consolidated Bank of Ghana. And as an intern, you are also required to also go through trainings that will also equip you to know more about banking operations. So with this, they made me to undergo the money laundering training.
Are you still a cadet guy?
Currently, I'm not a cadet guy.
Why?
Because the session which I'm part is the Eastern Regional Cadet Corps, and currently I'm in school, so it's very difficult for me to attend trainings to upgrade myself with current cadet instructions and commands. So with this, I've put it to a halt for now.
You also deal in gold, like the other young man.
Gold.
Yes. Goldsmith, craftsmanship, and supervision.
Yes. Prof. Chair. With the goldsmith, it's not specifically we dealing directly in gold, but it is the jewelry that most ladies wear, which we craft this jewelries and sell or make it in a form to look like a gold and sell it to the market.
So it's not proper gold?
It's not proper gold.
So I shouldn't buy from you?
No, not...
I shouldn't buy from you, eh?
Chair, not that you shouldn't buy from me. Even though some jewelries are made of gold, but not all jewelries that are of gold. So that we do this in the sense that in our economy, it's not everyone who can have that high amount of money to purchase the gold jewelries. So this is also, should I say, a template which is also to make it resemble something such, so that others who are don't have such money can also patronize.
So you know how to do that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me leave. I think you have asked for the positions: class prefect, reporter, debate club, finance sponsorship. You have it all here. So let's go and come. Let my colleagues interface with you. Okay. Interact with you.
Hello. You said you've been in Casford Parliament before.
Yes.
And how Parliament and UCC work hand in hand with the University Parliament. Okay. So please let me know, how old is the UCC Parliament?
The 13 years.
I'm sorry, it is 22 years.
Okay.
And in fact, we are in the 22nd year's parliamentary board.
Okay, thank you for correcting me.
So you had it wrong.
Hi. So my question comes in a riddle form.
Okay, thank you.
Very short one. I am responsible for building and maintaining the university's corporate image and relationship with key public and manage. Sorry, let me take the question again.
Okay.
I am responsible for building and maintaining the university's corporate image and relationship.
Okay.
And managing events and communicating with the university stakeholders. Who am I?
The Director of Public Affairs.
That's correct.
Ellie the King. Prof. Chair, with your permission, I would like to provide some background information to the candidate before the question. Thank you. You are the PRO, and a group of students come to you and they express their joy about the new developmental project in the school. And they said they are happy seeing that and they want more of that. And they would like you to direct them to the entity that is in charge of considering new development projects, considering the inclusion of new development projects in the university's budget. Where would you direct them to?
Okay. Thank you for the question, Chair. I'll direct them to the Directorate of Fiscal Development and Estate Management.
So, Prof. Chair, that's just an attempt. But I would direct you also to Section 5, Subsection 5A of page 13 of the Financial Regulation document of the university. And the right answer should be Planning and Resource Committee.
Okay. Thank you for that. helping.
Hello, Alakin. So in your submissions, your earlier submissions, you have indicated that you will do your best to disseminate information as the PRO. So this is my question. Let's assume that you are voted for as the PRO. So this is the question. What punishment is accorded you when you falsely spread false information and you are found liable?
Okay.
Should I take the question again?
Thank you for the question.
Okay.
So the penalty that you face for such offense is dismissal or rustication. So the penalty that you face for such incidents or false publication is dismissal or rustication.
Okay, so that's a good question, answer, sorry. So the proper answer to say is rustication for a minimum of 2 semesters. Rustication for minimum of 2 semesters.
Okay, so my question to you. My friend from another university has come to visit me in my hall. What time is she allowed to visit? And what are the sanctions in place if she doesn't register with the hall assistant?
Okay, thank you for the question. So the time allowed for visitors is for weekdays is from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And if the person doesn't register or sign in before entering or leaving without also signing out, if found out, you'll be ejected from the hall.
So according to the student handbook, page 57, on weekdays, that's Monday to Friday, it's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Saturdays and Sundays is 10 a.m. to 12 midnight.
Okay.
The sanctions in place, a written warning if it's the first attempt, then ejection from the hall for repeated offenders.
Thank you for...
So it was a fair attempt.
Okay, Mr. Alakin.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, the university library, the university library comprises of the Samjona Library and the number of satellite libraries across the faculties, schools, institutes, and departments. Could you help me with the number?
So the university has one main library, which is the Samjona Library, and 31 satellite libraries.
Very good.
Hello.
Hello.
So the university has a course in a related field that enriches learning within a chosen area of specialization. What type of course is that?
Thank you for the question. Such course is called the Cognate course.
That's a good answer. Sorry, very good answer.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Alakin.
Hi.
So imagine you are a candidate who has lost your identity card. That's the school ID.
Okay.
According to the Academic Programs Policy and Regulations book,
Okay.
who would you report to for a replacement before your exam?
Okay. I report such incidents to the Director of Academic Affairs.
Very good.
Okay, Alakin, I have a radio for you.
Thank you.
I am the leader of the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration. Currently sitting on the presidential seat of Burkina Faso. Who am I?
Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
So that's a very good answer.
Thank you.
Ellie,
Yes.
can I proceed?
Please, you can proceed.
Okay. As part of Ghanaians' administrative restructuring,
Okay.
the President, John Dramani Mahama, has reduced the number of ministries to 23. Please, can you tell us from what number it was before it was reduced to 23?
So, thank you for the question. The little knowledge I had about that is it was around 63 ministries.
Sorry, it's wrong. It's 30.
Okay, thank you. Hello. How are you? Please, I'm doing good. Good. Would you want to sip some water at this moment? Ik ben dit. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Chair. I'm done. Good. So, I'm reading your CV. Good, Chair. You said, I am self-disciplined, ambitious, and properly oriented individual. These are big words. Why do you think you are self-disciplined? Okay, thank you, Chair. So you are going to talk to us one on each of them. Self-disciplined, ambitious, and properly oriented. Okay, thank you, Chair. So, firstly, with self-discipline, Chair, giving self-discipline means that I'm able to control myself in some situations that I find myself. Can you give us an instance where you demonstrated self-discipline? So, Chair, thank you. So, recently, in my residence or hostel, I and my roommate and I had a little dispute where were fighting just, or we are having an argument about one taking the key to campus or bringing the key to campus. With that, since he was the one who took the key to campus, even though he has committed or he has gone, or should I say, he had a mistake with doing that, I was able to control myself from being angry so that he also find it very difficult to do that. So with that, I advise him on that. If he wants to go out in such case, is to try to leave the key with either any person within the hostel, which he can just text me the name of the person. If I return back, I can just retrieve the key. Also, with self-ambitious, being self-ambitious means that I'm able to strive for success. And Chair, currently, one of the success I'm striving for is to be the PRO in the next academic year. And finally, with being properly oriented, Chair, I'm able to make decisions that aligns with my values and also objectives. So with such, I'm able to make decisions which recently I was asked to leave my church or to go to another church. But with my values, I'm an Adventist, and I always make sure that on every Sabbath I go to church. So with this, since this suggestion that came to me was against my value, Chair, I was able to speak to the person to understand that this is my value and I have to oblige with that. With that, with proper explanation, he understood.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, you said you're a member of Innovative Committee, Sigma Bond Foundation. What do they do?
So, Sigma Bond Foundation is a foundation where they help students with internship slots, also application of scholarships, and even helping students to travel abroad. So being a member of the Innovative Committee of the Sigma Bond Foundation, Chair, we collaborate with other committees to bring up innovative ideas to help the foundation's upcoming activities.
So what was the innovative idea that you brought the last time you had your meeting, or the recent innovative idea that you have conceived?
Okay, thank you, Chair. As a committee, the foundation decided on adding on board what we call the hackathon. And with this, what we did is that we spoke with the foundation that even though the objectives of the committee for the foundation is to help students with scholarships, study abroad, and even helping with internship, why don't we help or educate students on how they are going to be able to apply for this study abroad? So this is some of the innovative ideas as a committee we channel today.
Okay. So you said you are a member of the 7th Kesley Hayford Parliamentary Council. And as part of the things you do, you debate and you pass student-focused legislation.
Yes, Chair.
I want to find out, are you still a member of the...
Yes, Chair.
Okay. So what is, in your view, what is the major legislation that you have passed the last last semester.
Okay. So, Chair, last semester, we were able to pass that every member of the Parliamentary Council should have an identification card, as we are representing members of the hall, and also we are using the Mother Parliament also as a role model to also represent or do such as what they are doing. And at the Mother Parliament, every member or honorable member has a tag to identify that is a member of the Parliament. So we want to also do that to also identify us as members of the Parliamentary Council.
And as part of your certification, you said you have information security training, CBG Operations Department. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. Chair, as an intern at the CBG, the Operations Department came to the branch where I was to educate us on information security, such that sometimes what we do as individuals is that we store most of our information onto the device, which is something which is not very good. But the best way to store information in our device is to get a cloud and store the information, so that in case the device is stolen, you can just get another device and just log out all your details from the stolen device, so that the person cannot get access to your personal details to use it for other criminal activities. So this is one thing that I was able to learn from what the Operations Department taught us.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario. Assuming that there is a student consultative meeting, let's say SRC meeting, and the treasurer has rendered account to the students. And one of the things he raises is that because of prices, they have not been able to, price increases, they have not been able to buy the things that they are supposed to buy, maybe chairs or something. Somebody goes out to say that SRC has embezzled student funds. As the PRO, what are some of the explanations that you will give? Assuming that you are called, maybe a radio station or so, and they want to know more about the issue. What are the things that you are likely to say, or the explanation that you are likely to give to make sure that SRC treasurer has not embezzled the fund, but actually has been used properly?
Okay.
Did you get me? Did you get a question?
Please, can you come again?
So what I'm saying is that there's a meeting, let's say a consultative meeting or a general assembly, and the treasurer has reported that the SRC was not able to do all the procurement because prices of goods and services have gone up. A student didn't understand that one, so he went out to make some complaints about the fact that SRC has embezzled student funds. So a radio station calls you as a PRO to know more about the issue. What are the things that you would say to the radio station to convince them that the SRC actually has not embezzled funds?
Thank you, Chair, for the question. So, with such scenario, Chair, students are not allowed to give out internal information to outsiders. So in such scenario, I'm going to refer such radio station to the Dean of Students and also to the Directorate of Public Affairs to deal with such situation.
So that order you do.
Also, I'm also going to call upon the students where we are going to educate them through the SRC channels, where we are going to state to them that even though the treasurer is saying that prices has increased, and they are not been able to purchase some items, that doesn't mean that they have embezzled funds. So, since with this, we are going to explain with facts about this.
All right, thank you, Chair.
No, Chair.
You don't have any question for us?
No, Chair.
Okay. I think we have interacted with you enough, and we will let you go. We hear from the committee.
Thank you, Chair.
We wish you all the best.
Okay,
And keep dressing well.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, you can take the rest. Did you bring the pen yourself? The pen, is it ours? It's for you. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Good. You're welcome. Water, please. Right. Anyway, so you tell us about yourself and why you are here, please. Introduce yourself, yeah. Please, press it. Like that, uh-huh.
My name is Kofi Kessie.
Kofi?
Kessie.
Okay.
A level 300 student reading BA Social Science, majoring in Economics and Geography. I am enthusiastic, reliable, responsible, and hardworking student.
You see how you're getting it? So you go back small.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So, yeah. So start all over again.
Thank you so much. My name is Kofi Kessie, a level 300 student reading BA Social Science, majoring in Economics and Geography. I am enthusiastic, reliable, responsible, and hardworking person. I am a matured team worker and adaptable to challenges. I am able to work in a team environment and also work with my own initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. So walk us through your educational background, please.
Okay, please. Thank you for this question. I attended Lankwantana 1 and 2 primary and JHS, which is located at Accra, Medina. After achieving a WASI certificate, I further also attended Ebitifi Presbyterian Senior High. That's when I was able to achieve my WASI certificate. After the WASI certificate, I also further my studies at the number 1 university in Ghana, which is University of Cape Coast. Thank you.
Thank you. You know I know Lankwantana.
Wow.
Zogo Junction.
Yes,
there,
please.
Kona Albert Academy.
Yes.
That's Kona.
Yes.
I'm a Medina girl.
Wow.
So I know Lankwantana. Well done. Coming from Lankwantana to the number 1 university, you've done very well.
Thank you so much.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So tell us about your experiences, the positions you have held.
Okay, please. Thank you so much. My leadership portfolio started way back in Ebitifi Presbyterian Senior High, where I got a chance to become assistant house captain, where I was able to help the main house captain in steering the affairs of the house. And also I was able to become the scripture union president, where I also organized spiritual activities such as Bible studies, prayers, Bible quizzes, among others. During that same period, I was able to become the prayers coordinator for Power Praise. That's a music group. And that I was able to also organize prayer section in order to build ourselves. After the WASI certificate, as soon as I find myself in the number 1 university, which is University of Cape Coast, in level 200, I was able to apply to become a member of parliament. And by the grace of God, we went for vetting and I was able to pass. And I became a member of parliament at level 200. And my constituency was Block D, 3rd floor. Through that, I was able to get a chance, based on my hard working, the current president of the hall appointed me as the men's wing organizer. And I was able to also work with the men's wing president to organize programs for the men's. Thank you.
Okay. So I have been looking at your CV, and it's just okay. It's not special.
Thank you.
It's just okay. It's readable, but it lacks a few things. Right? So your date of birth is there. The spacing, small problems here and there, but it's not bad. What I didn't understand was the SRC Hall Men's Week. How you spelled it? I mean, the SRC is capital, the Hall is capital, and the men is capital. Then apostrophe small s. I just didn't know why you did that. That flawed that place for me.
Okay, please.
Then
Thank
when
you
you come to your professional experiences, like the internship you did at documentation, you changed the font entirely. Like you started with Times New Roman, which was so good. That's the formal font size 12. That's what I can see. Then when you got to that place, you changed into font size 8 of something. I don't know whether it's Arial or something different. I don't know why, whether you were squeezing, no, but there's another sheet here. So that flawed the thing for me. It changed the Quantanine thing. So please, you have to watch it. The key skills, it has its own pattern as well. The key skills, it has moved, shifted. The last two has shifted into something else. So you have to, consistency is the key. So when you start with something, you have to walk through it. So I can see you are the SRC Rep 3.
Yes, please.
For SRC Hall.
Yes.
What do you do as Rep 3?
Thank you so much for this question. As Rep 3, we disseminate information from the JCLC executives to the student body, that's the students who are affiliated to the hall. And also, we also serve as a liaison. We liaise between the executive and also the students. We also communicate the grievances of the students to the executive for it to be addressed. Thank you.
So more or less, you are already doing the PRO work.
Yes. Please.
So why do you want to do another PRO work?
Thank you so much for this question. I am passionate about communication, and when it comes to student engagement and dissemination of information. Currently, as I said, I am the SRC Hall Rep 3. This has helped me acquire a lot of knowledge and experience. That's why I'm aspiring to be the next general SRC PRO. Thank you.
As Rep 3, tell me one significant thing you did or you have done during your tenure.
Please, the question again.
You are Rep 3 currently.
Yes, please.
You'll be handing over next month.
Yes.
Tell me one significant thing you have done during your tenure, during your time as the Rep 3. Tell me something you have done that somebody can point to, that is Kofi Kessie, or it was the tenure of Kofi Kessie that ABC happened.
Thank you so much.
Do you understand?
Yes, please. Please, my tenure of office, as I stated, I am a team worker.
No, don't tell me that. That one, I've seen it on your CV. I'm saying that since you took the position with your team working skills and your ambition and your reliability and hard working and all that, tell me, point to something that you did. that when everybody, when you go to SRC hall, say, oh, as for SRC Rep 3, the Kofi Kessie, the KK, did 1, 2, 3. Tell me.
Okay, please. Thank you for the question. As efficiency of information. So when there is an event of the executive, we make sure that we communicate this information to the affiliates. Thank you.
So since you've been there, all you've done is to communicate information to affiliates. You didn't bring any new innovation. You didn't bring any new information. New innovation. I mean, any innovation. Innovation is new, yeah.
Okay. By the grace of God, we were able to get a notice board.
A notice board. So before now, you didn't have a notice board. Should I ask your hall master?
Yes, now
before
we have.
Now, you didn't have.
Now we have a notice board.
You have a notice board. I see. And as a prayer secretary too, what did you bring? What new did you bring on board?
Thank you so much for the question. As a prayer secretary, I was able to disciple my colleagues. I was able to train them to develop the habit for prayers and also meditation.
Which church was this?
Please, the question again.
Which church? Which church?
It was a music group.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The prayer thing, it was a music group.
Yes.
So that was different from the scripture union.
Yes, please.
But it wasn't a church.
Yes.
So on campus, where do you fellowship?
Pentecost.
And what role do you play there?
ELD member.
Eh?
ELD.
What is ELD? Hey, what is ELD?
You don't even know what you remember of.
So that committee, what do you do?
Oh, thank you so much for the question. We take pictures when
photography.
Yes, and also
and publicity committee.
Yes, please.
And you call it ELD. So you have to find the full name of ELD.
Okay, please.
Oh, my brother. Okay, you let them interact with you and then you come back and finish with me, okay?
Okay, please. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Kofi Kessie, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Every university has a motto. In UCC, we also have our motto. Please tell us the motto for the university and its meaning.
Thank you so much for the question. The motto for this noble institution is Veritas Nobis Lumen, which means truth our guide. Thank you.
That's correct.
Hi.
Hi.
When was the Directorate of the University Health Service established? When was the Directorate of the University Health Service established?
The question.
Yes.
When was the Directorate of University Health Service established?
Please, can you educate me on that?
So it was established in 1963. The Directorate of University Health Service was established in 1963.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Kofi.
Sir.
I'm also Kofi anyway. Yes. In this university, there are departments and there are units. Let's stick to that, department and units. And you bear with me that all of them have account sessions. And the question is, these sessions would like to open their various accounts, but who is legally authorized to approve the opening of bank accounts in the name of the university?
Please come again.
Very well. Let's stick to just department. There are departments in the university and they have their account sessions. Now they wish to open an account in the name of the university since they are or they are under the university, the jurisdiction of the university. Now the question is that in their quest to do this, who is legally authorized to approve the opening of these bank accounts in the name of the university?
Thank you so much for the question.
Hold on. There is account session in every department.
Yes, please.
And they want to open a bank account in the name of the university. Who in the university must authorize the opening of these accounts?
The Dean of Students.
Oh, you are wrong.
Please.
So, is the Vice Chancellor. I was just expecting he is the head and must approve the opening. Although he needs the recommendation of the Finance Directorate and the Auditor General, he must approve. So, you can find that at Section 9, subsection A, 1A, page 32 of the Financial Regulation, Policies and Procedure document of the university.
So I'm asking you another question.
Okay, please.
So I am responsible for maintenance, grounds and gardens, telecommunication, electricity, etc. Who am I?
The question again.
I am a center responsible for maintenance, grounds and gardens, telecommunication, electricity, etc. Who am I?
The Technology and Communication Sector. Center.
You are wrong. The answer is the Directorate of Physical Development and Estate Management.
Lord K, so as part of your mandate or your duties of being a PRO, you are normally made to make information public, or you disseminate information to the public.
Please, I can't really
You can't hear me.
Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes.
As part of being a PRO, you are mandated to disseminate information. In doing this, mention or state two things you are mandated to exclude in all your publications. Do you get me? Or I should repeat the question?
Yes, please.
In disseminating information, you are mandated by the SRC Constitution to exclude certain things or certain remarks. Mention 2 of these remarks that you are mandated to exclude in all your publication or in your communications or your flyers or whatever you put out there.
Okay, please. Thank you so much for the question. One thing that I have to exclude or desist from doing is to not communicate to the outside world without a permission. And he said, and the last one is to
Is that your final answer?
also giving permission to people without the notice of the authority. Thank you.
Okay, so my question was, the remarks you are putting out there, what are you refrained from putting out, like the things that you should exclude from putting out there? So it regards the content of the communication. So you are restrained from putting out derogatory statements, public attacks, libel, slander. Okay, yes, please. So I'll give you another question.
Okay.
So, in any event or in any case where you disseminate false information, which body handles such conduct of yours, like the matter? If you disseminate false information, the Constitution finds it as an offense. Which body handles the issue? So, yes, in the university. Which body in the university handles the issue?
Thank you so much for the question.
You didn't understand the question?
Yes, please.
I should repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay. Where you disseminate false information and you are found liable, which body in the university handles the matter, like to investigate the matter, or which body?
Okay, please. The judicial body.
The disciplinary committee. Yes, please.
Okay. Please, my question to you. According to the student handbook, there are 3 sanctions for sexual harassment. Please list all 3.
One.
Please list 2.
1. Dismissal. 2. Rustication.
Okay, very good.
Okay. So my question is, in a quiz where a student faces difficulty in academic problems, which officer is he required to see according to the handbook?
Thank you so much for the question.
Should I repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay, so in the case where a student faces difficulty in academics or has academic problems, which officer is he mandated to see according to the handbook?
The academic advisor.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here. Please, how many types of compulsory courses are offered within the university?
Thank you so much for the question. 5.
List 3.
Com skills.
Listen to my question again. Listen to my question again.
Okay, please.
How many types? I'm talking about the types of compulsory courses we have.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we have the school compulsory courses.
Continue.
We also have department, compulsory courses, and also
Left with one.
faculty.
Okay, so for the first part of the question, you had it wrong. So it's a fair answer. The first part, it is 4. 5. 3. No, 3. So yeah, he listed the 3.
Hi, Kessie.
Hi.
Okay, so who cancel a student with GPA below 1.0 at the end of the first semester?
The question again.
Who cancels a student with GPA below 1.0 at the end of the first semester? First year, first semester. Sorry.
Thank you so much for the question. The academic counselor.
Come again.
The academic counselor.
It's actually the departmental academic advisor. So it's okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Keki. Which country is the latest West African nation to expel troops of former colonial power after Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger?
The question again.
Which country is the latest West African nation to expel troops of former colonial power after Mali, Burkina, and Niger?
Guinea.
That is wrong. It is our neighbor Ivory Coast. Côte d'Ivoire.
Lord K. The UCC Src organized blood donation. Can you tell us the date they organized that? Should I repeat the question?
Please, I have no idea.
Open your mouth.
You can educate me on that.
Okay, so it was 3rd June. That's last week.
Okay, please, thank you.
So it's wrong.
Yeah. Hello. Kofi Kessie, how are you?
Please, I'm fine.
Good. Would you want to sip some water? You're
Yes.
okay. Oh, you want to? Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Go ahead. You should have said it. Yeah? Okay. All right. So I have your CV in front of me.
Thank you.
You said you are enthusiastic, self-motivated, reliable, responsible. But apart from that, I also see other things that you have done, achievement like SRC Hall Rep 3, SRC Men's Wing Organizer, SRC Hall Member of Parliament, and you have done a lot. Now, I want to find out, why didn't you go for the SRC Hall President? Why SRC PRO? Because I can see SRC Hall Rep, you would have made a good president. Because you have done a lot in the hall and they know you in the hall. So why didn't you go for the hall president or a position in the hall? Why are you so interested in the SRC PRO?
Thank you so much for the question. As I said, I am passionate about communication, student engagement, and also dissemination of information. Thank you.
But you could have done that in the hall as well. You could have done that in the hall. And I believe you have better chances. Don't you think so? And Mr. Kofi Kessie?
Sir?
Don't you think so? Are you part of the SRC? I mean, any of the committees or so of the current SRC? Are you working with the SRC?
Thank you so much for the question. I'm not part of any SRC committee.
Okay.
But when it is time for dissemination of information and also communicating the SRC activities, I do involve myself in it. Thank you.
Good. So, what problems have you identified with the current SRC PR system that you would want to change if you are given the nod?
Thank you so much for the question. When I am given the nod to be the next SRC PR, I will ensure effective communication.
So first identify the problems. What problems have you identified with the current administration?
Thank you so much. Inefficiency of communication. So when I'm being given the nod as the next SRC PRO, I'm going to ensure effective communication between the SRC executive and the student body. Thank you.
How would you do that?
I'll do that by involving my committee and also involving department PROs, course reps, church secretaries, and also, as is stated by the Constitution, every Rep 2 is part of the publicity committee. So for me, with them, I'll be able to ensure effective dissemination of information. Thank you.
What kind of a leader are you?
Thank you so much for the question. A servant leader.
And how are you going to drive people's interest in SRC activities?
Please, the question again.
How are you going to drive people's interest or arouse people's interest in the activities of the SRC?
Thank you so much for the question. My committee and I will be able to do that by communicating the relevance of the SRC executive event to the student. So through our publicity interaction with the student, we'll be able to communicate the benefit of the event that is about to undertaking. Thank you.
So how would you, or what measures would you put in place to dispel any negative publicity about the SRC?
Please, the question again.
As a PRO, what measures can you just mention two or explain two measures that when you are given the nod to become the SRC PRO, you put in place to kind of dispel any negative publicity about the SRC?
Do you understand? Eh? Do you understand what Prof is saying? When people are saying bad things, they're about mapping SRC. Eh? How would you go around turning it around?
Okay, please.
So two strategies.
Thank you so much for the question. One, my publicity team and I will go around to educate the students for them to know that the information which is being released is not from the SRC or it's not genuine. And two, I'll make sure that every information that the students need or that will be circulating will be from the SRC executive. Thank you.
How many students do we have on campus? Do you have an idea?
Almost 70,000 plus.
And if that figure is true, you and your men, you visit all the 70,000 plus and tell them what is going on and what is true and what is not true. Do you think that is an effective way of going around to educate people, letting people know that what they are hearing about the SRC is not true? Do you think that's an innovative way of doing that?
Thank you so much for the question. In some way, it's going to help, but we can also use the social media handles to also educate the student. Thank you.
Okay. Chair, please. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes. Please, I'll be very happy if I'll be giving the guidance to construct my CV very, very well. No, please. Yes, please. Yes. That was then. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, you're welcome. Please take a seat. Just relax. Okay, so good evening, cherished listeners and viewers. This is our last candidates, and we want to go over announcements before we bring the program to an end. Like we mentioned earlier, candidates who have ICs but would eventually have less than 2.5 will not go through this vetting. In the same vein, those who have more than 2.5 but have referrals would also not go through to the next process. We would end our vetting after this candidate, and then we'll converge again tomorrow morning, God willing, and vet for the positions of SRC Treasurer and SRC Secretaries. However, on Wednesday, we would not meet here due to circumstances beyond our control. But we will reconverge again on Thursday, the 12th, and Friday, the 13th. And we'll vet the local Nugs presidents and the SRC coordinating secretaries on Thursday, and SRC presidents on Friday. So by way of announcement, this is how the vetting is going to go. Once again, you are listening to the 2025-2026 JCRC, SRC, local Nugs vetting. Thank you. We have our last candidates here. You are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so I guess you've been waiting for some time now.
Yes, please.
Have you been fasting?
I tried, but I couldn't finish.
You couldn't, so you had to go and eat.
Yeah, I took some fruit to be. Yes,
what did you eat?
I took some apple to sustain.
Apples?
Yes, please.
Hey, we are guy, papa. Oh, apple. Anyway. So tell us about yourself, Mr. Apple.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chair, for the question. So my name is Judah Kofi Emisa, a level 300 student reading BSc Agribusiness. I was born and bred in Tema, where I had my basic education at Star Junior High School in Tema Community 5. I also proceeded after writing my BEC, which gave me the qualification to enter into a Tvucc Senior High Technical School, where I also studied general art. Upon writing my BEC, which also gave me the qualification, I proceeded to apply to be a student in the University of Cape Coast. And upon the release of admission, I was admitted to read Bachelor of Science Agribusiness. I'm a highly motivated student, passionate about effective communication and advocacy for colleague students. And I'm also eager to apply my interpersonal skills and leadership abilities as an SRC PRO to foster a dynamic and a world-informed university community. Thank you very much, the Chair.
Thank you. Agribusiness. And you are passionate for communication, because I can see you even did your internship at the public affairs.
Yes, please.
At UCC. I see. Which hall are you affiliated to?
Thank you very much, the Chair. I'm affiliated to Ugwa Hall.
Ugwa Hall. Okay, so you've been there since level 100?
Yes, please.
You are currently there?
Yes, please.
What role do you play there, please?
Thank you very much, the Chair, for the question. So, I'm an executive of the JCR, where I serve as a deputy sponsorship chairperson and also the minority chief whip of the Ugwa Hall Parliamentary Council. Thank you very much, the Chair.
Before then, what were you doing?
Thank you.
That's level 300, right?
Yes, please.
So 100 and 200, were you holding any positions at all?
Thank you very much, the Chair. So when I was in level 100, I had the opportunity to serve on the Media and Publicity Committee of Ugwa Hall.
I see. You stated that you like cooking.
Yes, please, the Chair.
Which food can you cook without giving people diarrhea?
The Chair, I can prepare a nice yam with some abom stew for you. That way you will love it.
Yam.
Yes, please.
Soups?
Yes, I'm good at soups too.
Which soup?
Granite soup and light soup.
Hey, groundnuts. Are you sure?
Yes, please, the chair.
Right. Judah, your CGPA is 3.0. In fact, it's an improvement upon the earlier
Yes,
one.
please.
But I'm scared. Do you know why? Because you've always been there. 3.02, 3.07, 3.04. Then you came to 2 point something, and then 3 points again. Why don't you just continue with your education and go home?
Thank
Why
you
do
very
want
much,
to do this? Yeah.
the chair, for the question. So that is very true from my transcripts that my CGPA dropped a bit and it rose up due to some reasons. And from the previous semester, I worked hard to improve upon it, and it has yielded results. And I'm trying to leverage on that for the subsequent semesters ahead of me. Thank you very much, the chair.
Where do you fellowship?
Thank you very much, the chair. I fellowship at Spoken Word Ministry, UCC chapter.
Spoken
Word here on campus.
Spoken word.
Yes, please.
And over there, what role do you play?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. I don't have a specific role at that ministry, but then I help in terms of information dissemination whenever the ministry has a program that he wants our fellow members to attend. And also, when I was serving at the SRC, I was a member of the finance committee, and they wanted to reach out for some of our SRC bars. So through me, I spoke to the SRC to lobby for the bus for them. Thank you very much, the chair.
What is Corporate U Conference?
Thank you very much, the chair. So Corporate U Conference was a conference that was organized by the local Nugs Secretariat, precisely the Barbara Intin Cancer-led administration, where they taught students how about to write their CVs and resumes and prepare themselves for job interviews as well. Thank you very much, the chair.
So you just attended as a participant?
Yes, please. Just to learn.
Your CV is not bad. It's not bad.
Thank you.
It's readable. I don't know whether this is the photocopy I have or the original. A bit faint, but the presentation is okay. It's readable. It's Times New Roman, font size 12, and yeah, it's not bad. The content is what I'm looking at now. So far, how many sponsorships have you secured for Ucc Src?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So during the first semester in level 300, where my president, His Excellency David Esiedu Kranche, gave me the opportunity to serve on the sponsorship committee as the deputy chairperson, we sought for sponsorship from MTN Ghana and Foresight TV to host an artist night at Ogwa Hall. We also spoke to Gino to sponsor our cooking competition in the hall. We also spoke to Levon to help us have a successful aerobics at Ogwa Hall as well. And currently we are speaking to Belacqua and some other companies to sort for their sponsorship for our upcoming programs. Thank you very much, the chair.
So currently you're already part of the publicity committee?
Yes, please.
What new are you bringing on board?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So I'd like to answer this question in 3 phases. That is, first of all, my experience over the years I have gained in media and publicity and public relations work, and also my willingness to learn the new things the office is likely to offer me to make sure my work becomes effective, and my vision, which is the monthly SRC forum. So this is a power pact, or it's a pact policy where I realized the problem statement around this policy was that I realized when you come to level 100, the university do well to organize an orientation for colleague students and educate them about the student handbook, then the academic policy as well. But I also realized that it was just a 3-day workshop just to educate students. And however, students are not likely to understand everything they are taught or being explained on within that 3-day workshop. But then I believe as an SRC, when we take upon ourselves by engaging the students by the monthly on SRC Educate, that is taking some key topics from the student handbook and academic policy, so that students will be enlightened about the policies that guides them in the school, so that they wouldn't, be found wanting whenever.
So orientation, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So that students would be well informed, because I believe that an informed student is a protected student. And also
is a what student?
A protected student. So the goal of this initiative is to ensure transparency, first of all, in connection between leadership and the students' body, and also empower students to advocate for themselves as well. Thank you very much, the Chair.
In writing the date of birth, you have 16th July, correct?
Yes, please.
The 16th, the if is capital TH. But the rest is, initial caps.
Okay. Thank you very much, the
That's
Chair.
a huge mistake.
All right. Mistake duly noted.
Okay. So that's the initiative you bring on board.
Yes, please. And in addition to that, as stated in the student handbook, the PRO has to make information available to the students' body aside the notice board. And I know that the rest also have various social media handles. And if we are to provide information aside the notice board, then how then do we make sure there are other means for students to access information? That is why we have the social media handles. But there is a situation whereby students or some students do not follow this handle. So we embark on what we call Operation Scan and Follow. So we will move rounds to halls, hostels, and even paste them at their door, so that once they scan, they can join some of the SRC platforms, so that they get appropriate information, so that they wouldn't be misled in the university as well. And also the SRC app, upon conversation with the past PROs, they've made an attempt to bring an app where we will have sections for past questions, hostel hands, and also.
Are these ideas, why have you not shared it with the current one? You are working with him. Why have you not shared these ideas?
Thank you very much, the Chair, for the question. So, I just couldn't share these ideas with him because, as at the time I had this idea, budget for his office has been already drawn. So, for this program to come out, you would need some funds to just, champion these courses as well. And however, the budgets were planned or drawn already.
So where are you going to get the money from?
Come again.
Where are you going to get the money from?
Thank you very much, the Chair, for the question. So, having served as the deputy sponsorship chairperson for Guaho, I've been able to have some connections with MTN Ghana, Levon 2, and also Gino. So these are potential sponsors. We are likely
you are
to bring
21. When you go, what do you tell them?
Is it? We try to tell them about the purpose.
They don't see you as a baby?
No, please, no, please, no, please.
Really?
Yes, please.
So they interact with you formally?
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Let me leave my colleagues to interact with you.
All right, the Chair. Thank you.
Jude, you're welcome.
Thank you, Prof. Chair.
Every institution has some core values.
Thank
and
you.
UCC, we also have core values. Please state 4 of these core values.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chair, for the question. So the core values of the University of Cape Coast is excellence, empowerment, ethical behavior, and lastly, excellence, empowerment, and ethical behavior. And equality.
You had 3 correct excellence, empowerment, ethical behaviors. It was only equal opportunities that you didn't really get it.
Thank
And
you very
these core values can be found page 5 on the student handbook. So
Alright.
you
Thank
can,
you.
that's
Alright.
good. That's good. Yes, please.
So, hi.
Hello.
Give me one function of the Directorate of Research, Innovation and Consultancy. One function. Yes, of the Directorate of Research, Innovation and Consultancy.
Thank you very much for the question. So, as the description of the Directorate of Research, Innovation and Consultancy, they embark on research that seeks to, improve upon the initiatives of the university. Thank you very much, the Chair.
That's correct.
Judah.
Right on up.
The university uses a software for processing all of its accounts, including student fees. The university has a popular software that they use in processing fees and other types of accounts. Can you help me with the name of that software?
Software.
Accounting software.
Accounting software.
Yes, that they use in the discharge of their work.
Thank you very much. It's Excel.
You may want to think through. They use a popular software for processing all accounting transactions in the university. What is the name of that accounting software? So have you heard of Topaz?
Is it?
Have you heard of Topaz? T-O-P-A-Z or Z? Have you heard of that?
No, please.
Add that to your stock of knowledge.
All right.
Okay, Prof. Chair has overruled my question. Good for you.
Thank you, Prof. Chair.
Okay, so in the university, there is an entity or a person responsible for safekeeping of our checks and vouchers. What's the name of that person?
The name? Okay, so that is the director of the Directorate of Finance in the person of Miss Elizabeth Obese.
Listen to the question. There is a personality or an entity responsible for the safekeeping of our checks, the university's checks and vouchers. What is the name of that person or that personality?
Miss Elizabeth Obese.
No, I'm not asking for the name, but the office that keeps that.
The Directorate of Finance.
So that's attempt. He has attempted. It's actually the chief cashier, but the chief cashier is under the Directorate of Finance.
Thank you.
So, Judah or Judas?
No, please, I want Jude.
Oh, all right, Jude. So, the PRO or the office of a PRO is an elected one. Give me 2 grounds for removal. 2 grounds for removal of
Thank
the
you
office.
Very
or
much.
the person who occupies the office.
The chair for the question. So 2 grounds for removal is 1, when the PRO is not up to tax or doesn't deliver his duties as expected of him, he is likely to be removed from office. And also, the PRO being a student, when he or she is being found of violating any of the rules of the university, for example, sexually assaulting a female, is likely to be taken from office. Thank you.
Right. That's a very good answer. Very good answer.
Okay, so if I'm deciding to have a program,
Don't be tired. Don't be tired.
so I'm having a program and I had some flyers made. I posted these flyers on the walls of the classroom blocks. Is this allowed? And what sanctions can be meted out to me?
Thank you very much. Posting of flyers or posters are not allowed on the walls, but then once you are found doing that, you'll be charged a fine of 1,000 Ghana cedis.
And there are 2 sanctions for.
You said there are 2 sanctions.
Yes, please.
You are likely to be dismissed.
That's too harsh. So, according to the student handbook, page 45, you'll be warned. First attempt, you'll be warned, and then you'll be given a fine of 1,000 Ghana cedis, like you said. So that's.
We can't hear you, madam.
Sorry. So I said, according to the student handbook, page 45, you'll be warned. You'll be given a warning. Then you'll be fined 1,000 Ghana cedis, like he said. So that is a fair attempt, a fair answer.
Good evening, Mr. Jude.
It's a good answer.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Mr. Jude.
Good evening.
Okay, so which school do you belong to?
Thank you very much for the question, the chair. I belong to School of Agriculture.
Okay, and my follow-up question is, who is the dean of your school?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. The dean of the school is Professor Henry de Graft Aqua.
Very good.
Hello.
Hello.
So what is the maximum year of completion for a 3-year degree program?
Thank you very much for the question. A maximum of 5 years.
Very good.
Hi, Jude.
Hi.
Okay, so how often must academic advisors meet with students according to the academic program policies and regulations book?
Thank you very much for the question. At least once in a semester, but then the advisor is likely to call the students as and when the need arises. Thank you very much.
Come again.
At least once in a semester, but then the advisor can also call upon the students as and when the need arises.
The answer is at least twice per semester. Thank you.
Thank you.
Attempted.
Jude.
Hello.
Can you brief us on the issues between China and USA in terms of trade?
Thank you very much. The issue between China and US is currently about the new tariffs His Excellency Donald Trump introduced. That's basically the idea I know about that. So it's about the new tariffs the President of the United States of America introduced or imposed on certain countries, including China, that has brought up the issue of world trade among these two countries.
Can you please come again?
So I was trying to say that the issue between China and USA is about the introduction of the new tariffs from the US government by the president.
Okay, so that's a good answer. Okay, so it is a trade war going on that has led to a significant increase in tariffs. Okay, yeah. So it is a good answer.
Jude.
The chair.
The University of Cape Coast scholarship for needy but brilliant students has been opened. Can you give me 2 conditions that I need to meet to apply for?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So the requirements for a student to meet is the student should have a minimum CGPA of 2.5 and the student must be ready to show documents of proof that he really needs help from the university. Thank you very much.
So that was a fair attempt. But according to the financial student support, 1, you must be a Ghanaian. 2, you must have a CGPA of 2.5. 3, you must at least complete 1 academic year of studies. So that was a fair attempt.
Thank you.
Hello, Jude.
Hello, Prof. Chair.
How are you? Do you want to take some sip?
I've already done that.
Okay, great, great. You knew I was going to ask you to do that.
Yes, please. I had to do that.
Okay, that is good. So I'm looking at your CV, and you said you are a highly motivated student. Highly motivated. What do you mean by that? Highly motivated.
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So, what I mean by highly motivated is that it's all about what I'm up to do. So I don't need somebody to, prickle me to do what I have to do. So it's just within the inner passion and the goal I have to achieve. That makes me highly motivated. Thank you very much.
Okay. And your work experience. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. You are 16 July born. Hmm?
Yes, please.
We share the same birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we will celebrate our birthday very soon.
I'll hope to celebrate it.
Okay. You attended a Tvucc Senior High School.
Yes, please, Prof. Chair.
Did you hold any position there? Leadership position?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So I was a class representative for my class for 2 years. So after COVID, I assumed that position as a class prefect, where I called on tutors when their time was up for them to come and teach. I also led the class in the absence of tutors, and I also prepared some duty rosters for the class too in terms of sweeping.
Okay. And you did internship with the public affairs?
Yes,
right?
please, the chair.
So what exactly did you do there?
Thank you very much for the question. So at the Directorate of Public Affairs, I received incoming mails and also dispatch of letters, and I also worked on passages bill.
What is passages bill?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So when you talk about passages bill, it is a bill which contains the travel details of university officials that has been assigned to travel outside the country or within the country, either mostly by flight. Thank you very much, the chair.
Okay, so apart from receiving mails and also dispatch letters and so forth, what are the other functions of the Public Affairs Directorate?
Thank you very much, the chair, for the question. So, the Directorate of Public Affairs is responsible for, hosting officials, specifically officials from other universities who are trying to come on, have an engagement with our university officials, such as the Vice Chancellor. So once they come, they would have to sleep, or if their stay here is long, the directorate is in charge of seeking or looking for a hotel that can best accommodate the officials as well. And also they are in charge of the university souvenirs. So whenever an office requests for the souvenirs, the public affairs disperses to them. So these souvenirs include the at UCC at 60 mark, the cap, some capes, and also the university diaries as well. Aside that, the Directorate of Public Affairs also display programs that are the universities coming to, undertake on the ledge screen as well.
Okay. So if you are given the opportunity to become the SRC PRO, how are you going to relate with the Directorate of Public Affairs, UCC?
Thank you very much for the question. So when I'm being elected as the next UCC SRC PRO, I would relate with the Public Relations Office to make sure every information that a student need would be a clear one and a reliable one. And also,
how are you going to make sure? That's the question. How? The how. It's not what you are going to do, but how are you going to do it?
Thank you very much, the Chair, for the question. How I'm going to work with the Public Affairs to get reliable information for students is by making sure that our main source of information comes from the directorate, if appropriate. That should be the source. Make sure all information would be referenced from them so that students wouldn't be misled. Thank you very much.
I'm asking you a how question and you are answering a what question. Anyway, so you also did intention with quality control company. And into bracket, is it to bracket cobalt? Okay, so what exactly did you do there?
Thank you very much, Richard. But then inside my CV, I have quality control, cocoa board, thermoport, and quality control training school. So if you could please specify the areas.
Yeah, so this is quality control company, cocoa board. That's training school, yes.
Thank you very much, the Chair, for the question. So during my internship at the quality control training school, I worked at the accounts office. So at that place, I helped in writing invoices and receipts for clients who booked our facilities for their programs and also deposited money into the company's account on a daily basis.
So how are you prepared for the position of the PRO, the SRC PRO? How prepared are you?
Thank you very much for the question, Prof. Chair. I'm really prepared for this position just because my vision to serve the student body at the office of the SRC PRO is deeply rooted in the rules of the SRC PRO, which is making information available to the student body, and also, if not for the notice board, then making information available to the student body aside the notice board as well. So which I illustrated about the monthly SRC forums, do patient scan and follow, and the SRC app. And just before I took up this course to run for the office, I had not just assumed these policies. I just literally went to grounds, had conversations with people about how. So when I took up upon myself to run for this office, I engaged people about this policy, basically students and also some past PROs, to give me more insight on how to implement this and how it's going to help the students body in terms of information dissemination. Thank you very much, the Chair.
So after filing for the position, has it ever occurred to you that you have gone in for another position?
No, please.
Okay. So let me ask the last question. Can you give us 4 ways that you would provide feedback to the students?
Thank you very much. So 4 ways I would provide feedback to the student body is by use of their hall reps in terms to reach out to them on feedbacks. So basically for those residing in the hall, I'll use their hall reps as well. And I'll use what we call using of the hall reps to give feedbacks to students.
So that is one.
Also, so the case where students are not living in the hall, I'll use the diaspora reps give feedback to students who are residing in the diaspora.
So it's the same rep. So that is one strategy.
So I'd also give feedback to students whenever the SRC organizes a program. So
How?
at that program, I would seek for a slot to, give a feedback. At that moment, I believe there will be a number of students around listening to the program. So just about the program is about to end, I'll just seek for a slot to give feedback to the students populace about that as well.
So that's two.
So I'll use the social media handles that the SRC has to also give feedback to the students' body.
So that's 3.
And the last one is
The 4th one is overruled.
thank you, Prof. Chair, for rescuing me.
All right, thank you, Chair.
How do you feel?
I feel good. It has been a nice interaction with the panel.
And who tells you are finished? You are close. All right. Do you have any questions for us?
No, please. But then I would like to congratulate the two of you just because I saw Prof's flyer that he has been elected as the new Dean of School of Economics, and I also saw your promotion flyer to us. So congratulations on that too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are both very grateful. You don't sing?
I can sing.
You can sing?
Yes,
sing for us. It will be a nice closing.
All right, so
all too soon, we have come to the end of our vetting for today. Tomorrow we start early, and we hope to finish earlier than we have today.
all right.
And Judah is going to sing for us. Judah is praise, right?
Yes, please.
Judah is going to sing for us as we call it a day. Thank you all for tuning in. We are very grateful. Thank you, Ucc, and all the students, our viewers and our listeners. We are very grateful. Thank you very much.
All right. So my song is a kind of motivation to all students. So it goes this way. Another 6 o'clock is here. Wake up and face the morning dew. Brand new day is a brand new slate. Like Barack say, yes I can. Let's no worries of yesterday. Hold you down on this lovely day. But look up in the mirror and say, yes I can. Oh banyo fe, oh banyo fe. That way. Kani mukolakabo. This is Alphonse here.